This is Prince Handley coming to you with 100,000 watts of pure love. The voice of Israel and for Israel. I want to talk to you today about Israel and Gaza, an aborted victory. Israel, it is not time to put up your sword. The prophet Ezekiel tells us, but if the watchman sees the sword come, and does not blow the trumpet, and the people are not warned, and the sword comes and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. And the prophet Jeremiah tells us, cursed be he who does the work of Adonai negligently, and cursed be he who keeps back his sword from the blood. So why Prime Minister Ehud Omer, Defense Minister Ehud Barak, and Foreign Minister Tzipi Livni have you a ceasefire with Hamas that wins you nothing, and that at the cost of some Israeli lives? Tzipi, your parents have surely taught you better than this. They were frontier people, forgers of the path. Your father was with Ergun. Tzipi, you have been in a lot of leadership roles, but it is time for you to be a leader. Perhaps, Tzipi, you could contribute to a greater Israel by little things. Remember Golda Meir? Did the Institute take the fight out of you? I really doubt that. Why not be a Deborah for your people? It's time. Or work with Benjamin Netanyahu. There's nothing wrong with working together to win. The Jewish people of Israel need unity and miracles. Why not place yourself in a position for this to happen? Why discourage the brave IDF and IAF warriors who gave of their youth and strength for Israel, and you give back what they win? Summarily, with this ceasefire, Israel has not achieved any of its goals, while submitting to Hamas' two main demands. Israel, you were attacked in 1967 and 1973. You won those wars. Then you gave back land you won, and that being land that Adonai promised you. Israel, why are you not afraid of Hamas and Hezbollah, but you're afraid of the EU? You're just what Messiah described, children playing in the market and saying, why won't you dance to my tune? Why, Ehud O and Ehud B, do you almost win a complete victory, but then turn your back on Israel, the people you're supposed to serve, and give in to the enemy? You two Ehuds could have been a savior to Israel like Ehud, the son of Gera, the Benjamite. The Tanakh tells us when the children of Israel cried out to Adonai, Adonai raised them up a savior, Ehud, the son of Gera, the Benjamite. But you two Ehuds, instead of saving your people, you sold them. If a young man is engaged to a girl and then finds out she is seeing his enemy behind his back, should the Chatan keep covenant with the Chalah? Should they keep Kabbalat Panim? Should a Sephardic say, Shehekayanu? Why do you betray your people, leaders of Israel? Messiah gives you victory, and then you give it to the enemy, false shepherds of Israel. You let the European leaders from UK, France, Germany, Spain, Italy, and the Czech Republic into Jerusalem and instruct you how to open the seaports of Israel to allow materials to repair Gaza for the next several years. They want to open the 6 Gaza crossings and then put you into a net like Samson so you will not be able to shut them off ever again. The picture is plain. 92% of Jewish Israelis believe that the Gaza conflict was necessary and just. Miracles from God attended to the spiritual morality of this conflict. For example, the soldiers themselves had a huge spiritual hunger and were unified in not only asking for prayer, but also praying for themselves. wearing tzitzit, prayer tassels, into battle and carrying the book of Psalms with them. The rabbis were calling the tzitzit heavenly flak jackets. Tent synagogues on the battlefield had no less than 10 sessions every morning, and it is reported that soldiers who never attended synagogue were praying with tefillin. They had reason to cry out to God, since everyone is aware of the years of preparation of the bloodthirsty Hamas militants. Their desire to kill, maim, or kidnap Israeli soldiers is greater than their desire to live. They have been financed by Iran and supported by Syria and Hezbollah. Let's talk more about some of the Gaza miracles. There were reports daily of amazing miracles of protection and divine direction during the battle. The following that I tell you about are just a few examples of what happened. A Hamas map was found with booby traps, landmines, and sniper positions clearly spelled out. The IDF was able to counter each installation due to the information given. A large platoon of soldiers, not realizing they were resting in a school that was booby-trapped, which was discovered by a soldier relieving himself in the night, disarmed the bombs with no one hurt. A single soldier successfully fought off several Hamas terrorists trying to drag him into a tunnel, and all were captured. Hundreds of tunnels, hidden in homes under beds and kitchen cabinets, all full of live explosives and ammunition, yet none have exploded with IDF soldiers inside. A young man who moved to Israel alone from England less than 2 years ago to serve in the army was in an explosion and thrown into the air. After being carried off the field by other soldiers and transported on a tractor to helicopter and then to hospital, the doctors were utterly stunned when they saw that a piece of shrapnel that went completely through his neck missed the carotid artery, the jugular vein, and the spinal cord by millimeters. After they removed it, he needed only stitches. Another soldier was shot through the back, but the bullet missed his spinal cord and exited from the front. A young newlywed in grave condition inexplicably turned for the better and will recover to go home to his wife. A bomb that was heading toward 4 Israeli apartment buildings goes into a sewer pipe and explodes underground, damaging nothing above the ground. An elderly woman caught in an apartment completely demolished by a bomb walks out with scratches on her ankle. The mayor of Beersheba felt he should cancel school one day, and a rocket completely destroyed an empty kindergarten. The elder housing complex that was hit in Nahariya had the sleeping quarters destroyed, but everyone had just gone to breakfast, so no one was injured. A man leaves his car with his young daughter, and the car is blown up moments later after they entered a bomb shelter. If they had taken a few more seconds, he and his daughter would have been burned to a crisp. He was televised saying again and again, "It was a miracle of God." Let me talk to you about what Israel needs. Israel, you need leaders who will fight, win, and not give back what victories Adonai Nissi gives you. King Saul defeated Agag and the Amalekites, but did not destroy King Agag as God instructed him to. The prophet Samuel told King Saul, "Rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as idolatry and teraphim." Because you have rejected the word of Adonai, he has also rejected you from being king. The prophet Jeremiah said, "Cursed be he who does the work of Adonai negligently, and cursed be he who keeps back his sword from the blood." You can read that in the Tanakh in Jeremiah chapter 48, verse 10. It is time for you to step aside, false shepherds of Israel, and let leaders arise who are true shepherds, valiant leaders for Israel and the Jewish people. The leaders of the nations who used to be your friends when it was expedient for them to do so, are turning against you one by one. Those who say they are for you will stab you in the back, Israel, and force you to yield to a divided territory, to give up land for a Palestinian state. There is already a Palestinian state, and has been since 1923, in the area of Transjordan. Let the Palestinians go there. You must stand alone, Israel, with Adonai. You are entering the end times. The U.S. is probably not going to help you. The EU is not going to help you. The UN is surely not going to help you. The media is not going to help you. Your only hope is in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Avraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov. You must set yourself for the long haul, Israel, and for the return of Mashiach. This is the voice of Israel, and this is Prince Handley coming to you with 100,000 watts of pure love. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.